Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer in that order. Welcome everyone. High rollers time, and this week we're going to check out the latest Heritage auction, which ended on October 26th. No newbies in the top 10 this week, but we do get a lot of first-time cards, so some cards we haven't seen before in the top 10, which is always nice. Before we jump in, I want to remind everyone that my boy Jeremy Donson, the Texas Snowman's Auction House CIA Collector Investor Auctions, is ending this weekend on Sunday. Hundreds of great items up for auction. Go check it out. You can just follow along for free or for fun, or of course bid on stuff if anything catches your fancy. I'm going to read a quick review about the auction house, which I got in my comments. This comes from Memphis 370Z. Wrote, "I've made multiple purchases via CIA, and each experience has exceeded my expectations. Jeremy is awesome and is running a first-class operation. Each interaction with him has made me feel appreciated." But okay, let's check out the high rollers, and no honorable mentions this week, only because I'm in a bit of a rush to get the video out on time, but there will be honorable mentions in high rollers moving forward. But yeah, top 10 here. Dropping the puck at number 10, 1979 Pwcc, number 18, Wayne Gretzky rookie, the most iconic hockey card of them all. Graded a PSA near mint 8, and looks like a very, very sharp 8. Nothing really to point to. The front looks really, really clean everywhere you look, as does the back. I'm sure there's some very, very, very minor issues, which drop it down to an 8. Sold for $16,200. That includes the buyer's premium. And average of recent sales of PSA 8s, meaning over the last three months or so, ranging roughly 12 sales, is about 13,000. So this sale is a little bit on the high side, about 20% over what you would sort of call going market rate. Perhaps the nice eye appeal helps to account for some of that. Number 9, 2018 Topps Heritage Real 1 Autographs No Hat Variation Red Ink Autograph, Shohei Ohtani rookie, graded a PSA mint 9, and the card is serial numbered out of 69. As you can see on the right there, it's 07 of 69. A little bit off-centered top to bottom. It would be my guess as to why the card graded a 9 and not a 10. Sold for $16,800. This is actually the new record sale of this card in this grade. Well, that only covers about 10 sales ever. There's actually been a sale since this one, more recently than this one in even later October, that went for $12,000. So this price here is definitely, I would say, on the high side. It's a PSA Pop 10, and there are 2 copies graded higher in a Gem Mint 10. Number 8, 1921 E121 American Caramel Babe Ruth, graded an SGC Fair 1.5, and looks like a really sharp or strong eye appeal 1.5. Let's say the bottom right corner clearly has some paper loss, hence the very, very low technical grade, but otherwise looks pretty nice both on the front and also on the back. Sold for $22,200. This card does not come up for sale very often. This is actually the first ever known sale of an SGC 1.5. The only semi-recent sale in a somewhat similar grade was a PSA 2 that sold about a year ago for $29,000. So yeah, compared to that one, this one sort of lines right up where what you would expect. Number 7, 2017 Panini Donruss Optic Rookie Gridiron King Gold Vinyl Prizm number 2, Patrick Mahomes rookie, graded a PSA Gem Mint 10, and gold vinyl prisms out of Optic are 1/1s, as is the case with this card here. Sold for $24,000. No comps to go off of. I would have guessed this would have sold higher, but I don't really have much of a sense for it. So $24,000 obviously is the new comp for the card, the only comp for the card, and going market rate. Number 6, 2020 Flawless Dual Patch Auto, number DPA-TOB, Tom Brady, graded a PSA Gem Mint 10 with a DNA 10 for the auto, and the card is serial numbered out of 10. 10, 10, 10. You, of course, get 2 patches there and the autograph. Sold for $31,200. This is the third ever sale of a PSA 10. The previous ones were in 2021 and 2022. This exact card, same serial number and all, actually sold in early 2022, so almost 3 years ago, for $60,000 on the nose. So the card's lost about half its value over the course of the last 3 years. It is a PSA Pop 3. Number 5, 2003 UD Exquisite Collection Autograph Patches, Kobe Bryant, graded a PSA Mint 9 with a DNA 10 for the auto. The card is serial numbered out of 100 and comes with a really nice 3-color patch. 2003, of course, the first year for Exquisite with the all-important LeBron James rookie cards scattered throughout. Sold for $37,200. The last sale of a PSA 9 was a little under 2 years ago for $15,000, so this price seems, quite high compared to that. But if you go back 2 years before that, there was a sale of a PSA 9 for $41,000, so not sure exactly what to make of it all, but the card is a PSA Pop 3, and there are no copies graded higher. Number 4, look at this thing, 1933-36 Z-Nut Pacific Coast League, Joe DiMaggio. It's the throwing variation. The card is graded a PSA Pour 1. It's been autographed, and the auto gets a DNA Authentic. And this would be a pre-rookie of Joltin' Joe, as his Major League rookie is from 36 or 38 or even 39, I guess, depending on who you ask. But no matter who you ask, this would still be considered a pre-rookie. Back when he played for the Seals, we all remember those great Seals teams from the 1930s. And this was obviously before he was anybody important. They couldn't even spell his name right, spelling it DiMaggio with an E. That's incorrect, as it should be an I. You can see the card is clearly a poor condition card. The bottom has been ripped and, in not the greatest of shape. Sold for $37,200. This is an incredibly rare card, not autographed. It's only been graded a total of 17 times by PSA, and only one time ever has the card been autographed and authenticated by PSA DNA. So this is the first ever sale of this a copy of this card that I could find anyway, autographed, and it's the only copy in existence in a PSA DNA holder. Number 3, 2018 Topps Chrome Autograph Gold Wave Refractor Shohei Ohtani rookie, graded PSA Gem Mint 10 with a DNA 10 for the auto. The card is serial numbered out of 50, as gold refractors and gold wave refractors tend to be. Sold for $38,400. This is the new record sale of this any copy of this card ever by a wide margin. The previous record was $17,000 and change for a PSA 10. That was in mid 2023. The last PSA 10 sale was in late 2023, about a year ago. Sold for $14K. So the card's basically 2.5x or even more than that in the last year. I guess he did have a decent season, we'll say. The card is a PSA Pop 3. Number 2, 1964 Topps, number 125, Pete Rose, graded a PSA Mint 9. And this is technically not Rose's rookie. He's in the 1963 set. That's where his rookie is. But that card's a four-player card with floating heads. And, Rose is overshadowed on that card by Ken McMullen. This here is his first ever card where he appears all alone. And from our Blazer division, absolute beauty here, sharp everywhere you look, both on the front and on the back. Sold for $42,000, and this sale is actually very high. It's not the record sale of a PSA 9. It's the second highest ever sale of a PSA 9. Back in early 2022, a PSA 9 sold for $64,000. That's the all-time record. This one now ranks second to that. But the last 5 sales of a PSA 9, going back about a year and a half or so, were all in the 20s and averaged about $26,000. So the price here, quite high compared to the most recent sales of PSA 9s. It is a PSA Pop 36, and there are no copies graded higher in a Gem Mint 10. And number 1, 2003 UD Exquisite Collection Noble Nameplates Autograph, Michael Jordan, graded a PSA Near Mint 7 with a DNA 10 for the auto. Beautiful 3-color patch, and this card is serial numbered out of 25. Sold for $114,000. It's the first ever sale of a PSA 7. I should mention that the last time I did a heritage auction, high rollers, a number of people wrote in and said that there was some sort of fishy sales on a lot of the 2003 Exquisite. Just a lot of the cards went for a lot higher than it seems like they should have. And I don't know, I don't know any details about it, but yeah, that did seem to be the case. And that also seems to be the case here. This is an incredibly high sale. The most recent sale of the card in any grade was a BGS 8.5 that sold for $60,000 about 6 months ago. So, a PSA 7 and a BGS 8.5, those are, somewhat comparable. You'd probably give a slight lean to the 8.5, and the 7 here selling for basically double the BGS 8.5. It is a PSA Pop 1, and there are 3 copies graded higher by PSA. But that's it. This week's top 10 featured 2 Shohei Ohtani and 1 each of Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Pete Rose, Kobe Bryant, Patrick Mahomes, Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, and Wayne Gretzky. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Eat your vegetables while you look at CIA auctions, and see you all again next time. Thanks everyone.